Hello and welcome back to the woods at Lone Pine Tarot. I hope you're having a serene day or night wherever you are. For today's pick a card reading, I found myself thinking about those moments in life when everything grows still, yet somehow you suddenly don't feel so alone. There's a gentle sense that something peaceful is there beside you, even if you can't quite explain why. That feeling alongside a really strong pull I felt to do an angel message inspired today's reading. So, as the title says, what does your guardian angel want you to know? Whether you connect with guardian angels literally or think of them as loving spiritual guides or simply appreciate them as a symbol of quiet encouragement and protection. My hope is that today's reading offers you comfort and clarity and a reminder that you're supported as you continue along your path. To choose our piles today, we'll be using 3 beautiful angel-themed cards, each representing a different message waiting to find you. Over here on the left for pile 1, your angel is the angel of spiritual growth. In the middle for pile 2, your angel is the angel of opportunity and change. And on the right for pile 3, your angel today is an angel of divine timing. Pause here, of course, if you need a little more time to choose, but when you're ready, your timestamp is waiting in the description below. I'll see you in your reading. Hi there, pile number 1. Welcome to your guardian angel message today, and as you recall, you were most drawn to the angel of spiritual growth. So we'll set that beautiful card over here to the left, and let's start with some first tarot cards to see more about what general area of life, or areas plural, that this guardian angel wants to speak to you about most today. So calling on the guardian angel of pile 1 that has the most pertinent, important message for them right now. Could you tell me a little bit more about what it is you want to say to them today? What areas of life do you want to discuss with them? Okay, we have the Star reversed as your first card. And the Star reversed, my friends, is often a card of an area of life where we feel like we've been losing hope or faith in something working out. Sometimes it can even just mean depression. It can mean losing our ability to believe in something in general. Let's keep going with the other cards, but I think based on that, your guardian angel wants to uplift you in some way today, which is, very fitting for a guardian angel, right? But next up we have the 9 of Wands reverse, which is kind of a similar message, but it's more alongside the way of encouragement with your determination. That's a really good keyword to use with the 9 of Wands. Something you feel like you are done fighting or you're tired of fighting. You're tired of losing a certain battle as well. That can sometimes be the meaning of 9 of Wands reversed. And then we have another major arcana with the moon. But here it is, asterisk. Your guardian angel is saying there's something here that you're not seeing clearly or is not what it seems. Because the moon is all about illusions. Things not being quite as clear as we expected them to be. And then last but not least, we have the Fool. Wonderful. Another major arcana. And if you're not familiar with my readings, those of you who are new to my channel, I will say when I see a lot of major arcana in a reading, like you have the Star reverse, the Moon, and the Fool, that tends to mean to me as a tarot reader that the message is about something very important in your life, okay? Something that is a pivotal milestone. So I don't know if you've been taking like a lot of big steps recently, pile 1, or like there's a lot of big decisions coming your way, or just sometimes in life it can feel like a roller coaster. Sometimes we have those parts of the roller coaster where it's kind of just the gentle downhill, it's kind of going smooth, or it's a little bit more neutral. And then sometimes we have those really big hills where it's like, okay, here comes the big moment before the drop, okay? That's what a lot of major arcana means to me as a tarot reader for you, is that you're kind of at that point of, okay, climbing the hill, we're about ready to hit a big drop in terms of a big event coming along, okay? So your guardian angel is saying they know that you've been losing hope or faith in this thing. Maybe you've been waiting a very long time. You probably have been fighting a lot too. And I don't mean that, of course, in the literal way, pile 1, but the 9 of Wands reversed, as I said, can mean we're kind of losing steam. We're losing our determination. We're losing our gusto, is a really good word to use. And they understand that. They're acknowledging that. But they're saying there's something here you're not seeing clearly with the moon, and there is a new beginning coming. That's what the Fool means. I don't think I mentioned that before because I got on with the roller coaster metaphor. But yes, the Fool usually means a new beginning and being upright it's a happy new beginning in some way. So that's just a bit of a glimpse into what this guardian angel wants to talk to you about today. Let's grab your other oracle card from the Healing Spirits Oracle. Okay, guardian angel, what else do you want to tell pile 1 today about this thing that they lost the steam or gusto for? They're losing hope or faith. They're tired. They have, natural healing power. Number 6. So for some of you, now this of course might not apply to all of you, this could be some goal that you've been working on related to nature or related to natural healing power. Maybe you were considering teaching yourself or taking classes with like herbalism, just as one example, or it could be related to spirituality that is very connected to nature. Because remember, do recall, the angel you chose today was the angel of spiritual growth, though. Reading, though, as a general reading for most people, I would see natural healing power as actually a bit of advice from this guardian angel about what can heal a bit of your tiredness from that Nine of Wands reversed, as well as I am hearing specifically there might be signs out in nature or with nature-related things that are signs from this guardian angel specifically. Now, usually I see in the cards that have been drawn like a synchronicity that's kind of like, okay, if you see a lot of this in your reading, look for this or these signs out in this example, in nature. Now, we do have a lot about white flowers because here you can see the white flowers at the very bottom left in the field. And the Fool, as always in the original Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, holds a white rose, which tends to represent the innocence or the youthfulness, the purity of their intent. Hence why, Fool is about someone embarking on a new adventure. We also have a white dog. We have dogs kind of repeated a lot too. So I would say so far, of course, we'll look for more synchronicities with your main tarot cards. There's a lot about dogs and there's a lot about white flowers. Okay. So look for those signs. Look for those synchronicities out in nature as well as signs from this guardian angel on like hints as like what you should do or messages that they want to send to you just beyond this reading. But yes, let's look at your main tarot cards now too to see more about what this new beginning is and what else they want to say. So, guardian angel of pile 1. What's your main message about this thing that they're tired with? What's the illusion? What's the new beginning? Thank you. Okay, we have this one. The Eight of Wands reversed as the first card. Okay, so that means to me, pile 1, that the angel that's speaking to you today is acknowledging that something has been going very slow. Okay, the Eight of Wands reversed is literally like, we hit a stop sign, we had to hit the brakes on something, and it's been like a turtle level race of this is dragging on way too long. So no wonder why you have this feeling of losing hope and this feeling of tiredness or being worn out with the Nine of Wands reversed too next to the Star reversed, okay? That is completely understandable. So I don't know if some of you have been maybe... Some of you, it might be related to job searches, I'm hearing. Some of you today, it is related to hearing back on something. Like it's just taking a long time to hear back, or this process has just been a slog, okay? And... well, I think the Fool means to me that there's like a whole new chapter with this coming along. And I don't know right now yet if that means entirely like a whole new thing is going to start that will kind of heal the pain from the slog and like the lack of progress here. Or it could also mean that there's a new start to this process that will be like a faster version of what you've been going through. Or like faster compared to the slog it was before. Let's keep going with the cards, but I'm kind of hearing those two things so far. Then we have the Six of Cups. Look at the white flowers again, pile 1. So white flowers are definitely a sign for your synchronicity. Look for that with this angel, okay? And Six of Cups tends to mean something from the past. And upright, it's actually positive for the most part. Something slow from the past. It could be related to family or siblings too. That's often a meaning of the Six of Cups. Let's keep going. We'll see what else pops out. I'm very curious what will come up for your Heart of the Matter card. But then we have the Six of Wands reversed, which is that lack of victory. Then no wonder why you've been losing the hope or faith, okay? Because Six of Wands reversed tends to mean, We really feel like we're not winning at something. We have lost something. I mean, it might not even have just been a slog for you, pile 1. It could possibly be that it was a slog in the first place, hence that 8 of Wands reversed at the very beginning. And then now in the present position with the 6 of Wands reversed, it's like literally, it wasn't just slow. You lost something, or you lost victory. It was just eluded your grasp in some way. Okay, let's keep going, see what the angel says about the near future and advice. We have the 9 of Swords. Okay, they're acknowledging that you've been very worried about it, right? Because 9 of Swords is often about anxiety. It's I'm worried. Literally, this particular 9 of Swords, and even in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, tends to be somebody who is, they're even staying awake at night sometimes, worrying about it, getting nightmares. So maybe you've been having a lot of insomnia lately too, so that's the angel acknowledging that too. And then the last card is the 8 of Cups reversed, which it's interesting. The moon has popped up now twice in your card. So the moon might also be a symbol for you to look out for, to synchronicity from this angel. Or white colored things in general, because you have the white flowers, you have the moon, and then like the white dog and the Fool. So keep that in mind. Oh, and the white stars in the star card. So 8 of Cups reversed though is a card typically of we don't want to let go of something. We feel like we can't emotionally leave something in the past. So I don't know what it is precisely that you have been going through, pile 1, but I can tell you I already know it's definitely not been fun, because it's the slog we already talked about, the lack of victory with the 6 of Wands reversed, and now we have anxiety with the 9 of Swords, and maybe even insomnia on top of it, and the 8 of Cups reversed is literally, though, despite all of this, I feel like a part of you says, even though I'm not winning, even though it's been slow, I can't let it go for some reason. Okay. I'm going to ask some follow-up questions from this angel. Number 1, I'm going to ask, for those of you that associate or resonate with that, or that feeling of like, well, why have I not just given up on this? I'm going to ask why that is, because I almost wonder if there's a spiritual reason for it. Because sometimes deep down, even when we feel as if we should move on from something, our intuition or our gut tells us not to. And when that happens in life, a lot of times, at least in my personal belief, pile 1, it's because we're divinely supposed to keep going with something. But I'll ask specifically. And then, of course, I also want to ask more about what's the illusion in the situation, and then what's the new beginning. Because I think if I were sitting in your seat right now, I'd be most excited about, okay, what's the new beginning with the Fool? So we'll ask. Guardian Angel of pile 1. Number 1, can you tell me why, for those of that resonate with that message of being unable to let go with the 8 of Cups reversed, why can't they let go? Were they not supposed to let go? Okay, we have literally the 8 of Wands upright, which we had reversed earlier, and then we have the 5 of Wands. Oh, we actually have 3 cards. Oh, okay, the Tower reversed. So we have the 8 of Wands, and we have the Tower reversed, and we have the 5 of Wands reversed. There's an inability to let go because there was a feeling of that there was still a chance for it to speed up, because the Tower hadn't fallen yet. Because the reverse Tower is like a feeling of something being an absolute disaster, or a feeling of something being at its absolute end, like it completely stops. But reversed, it's like, okay, it hasn't hit that point, so I think there's still hope for it. And then on top of that, too, the 5 of Wands reverse is an interesting twist, because there's a feeling of a lack of competition here. Like you felt like you felt like you had it in the bag, but at the same time, for some reason, it still was not given to you. It was not, I don't know. It's very interesting there with that 5 of Wands reversed. Or sometimes, too, the 5 of Wands reversed can mean, like, conflict or competition to the point of, like, people literally being mean to each other. Once again, I wonder if a lot of you, this is related to a job search, because obviously competition does pop up a lot in, when you interview, and, of course, people that are hiring, compare people when they're trying to figure out who to hire, right? But, it's like, despite it feeling bleak, you still felt, well, there's still a hope here. It hasn't completely fallen apart yet. There's still a chance. Angel, is that true? Is there still a chance here? Or are you telling them to do a new beginning? Which I guess, you know what I'll do? That kind of leads into the question of the illusion and the new beginning with the Fool. So let me actually ask about that. Angel, what's the illusion in this situation for pile 1? Thank you. That probably will answer for pile 1 if this is something they should still linger on or do something new with. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles. So the illusion is the King of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. There might be people involved, either a older or more masculine figure that is an earth sign, or someone who has power or a lot of command over finances, career, that kind of thing with the King of Pentacles. And the Page of Swords can be a person that is more youthful in their energy, even if not literally younger, physically speaking. And they tend to be an air sign, or they have a lot of qualities of someone with an air sign. So witty, intelligent. They're learning a lot too. It could be that if it's like a job search, for an example, that those were people that you like were competing for a specific position that you had interviewed for, but that might apply as well, of course, to people that are not necessarily associating or resonating with the job search message. So the illusion, the Three of Swords, pain. Weird. Angel, what do you mean by the pain? I'm sorry I'm drawing so many cards here, pile 1, but I'm just very curious. What do you mean by the pain? The Knight of Cups, another court card. Romanticizing something? This one's throwing me for a loop. Give me 1 second, pile 1. It'll click in like 10 seconds, I bet. So the illusion. The pain and the Knight of Cups. Oh, you know what it is, pile 1? Apologies for the pause there. The illusion is the way someone's intentions in the situation came off, is what I'm hearing. I think you thought that someone involved or something in the situation was more about like mastering the like financial or like success side of things, and like you thought people were going to go about it more intellectually, or you thought the process would work a little bit more in terms of like a successful or like intellectual kind of way, but the pain was driven from the illusion of it actually, like, it was more of a romanticized process. I hope that kind of makes sense. I kind of explained that in a roundabout way, but that's what I'm hearing from the angel. So let me ask about the new beginning then with the Fool. So angel, for pile 1, can you tell me what's the new beginning that you're encouraging? Is it a new beginning with continuing on the path they're on with this, or is it doing something completely new? Thank you. The new beginning. Okay, so they're saying don't let it go, because death reversed usually means don't change something. Don't change, but make plans. That's what the Two of Wands is often about. But also don't fight the process. They're saying the new beginning here for you, pile 1. So for those of you that resonated with the message earlier where it said you kind of still were emotionally attached to this, hence that Eight of Cups reversed earlier. It's like, oh man, I can't emotionally move on from this. Like, I still am attached to this particular thing. That is because you were not supposed to change your path here. That's why Death Reversed came out, I believe, because Death Reversed is often about like not changing. However, there is advice here from this angel to continue planning. There might need to be a bit of a nudge towards like readjusting your plans a little bit, but not so much in a way that you're fighting against this process, I guess is what I'm saying or seeing here, because the Five of Swords reversed can usually mean like dropping down our swords, not fighting something, at least the way that I'm interpreting it with this particular spread of cards. So the new beginning is not a new beginning of doing something completely new. It's a new beginning of a new chapter in this particular path that you have been on. Okay, it's not a complete pivot away. It's a little, just a bit of a tiny adjustment, one step parallel to the side, and then walking forward in the same direction. All you need to do, though, is plan your path forward with the least amount of conflict in mind. Okay? And plan your path forward with I'm hearing a more realistic perception or a more realistic view of things, okay? Because it's not like your angel is saying, like, oh, you shouldn't have romanticized this thing, or, you know, like, you shouldn't have had higher hopes. It's good that you had higher hopes for it, pile one, I'm hearing, but, like, they're saying just add one more grain of being realistic to this, and that will help change your planning for this, that will get you to the goal then that you're seeking, okay? It's not that you were supposed to change your path. It's not that you're supposed to not do this thing or not attain this thing. They're just saying to you that you might need to do a tiny tweak of adjustment, okay? Especially where there's been pain points, hence the Three of Swords earlier. So it's almost like they're saying for a lot of you too, just to reinvigorate the project or the thing that you're doing with that new beginning with the Fool. Like, don't change the goal, but rewrite the path or rewrite the route. Because I'm almost seeing you here from this guardian angel saying, it's like they're showing me you holding a map here, pile one. And it's like there was one path that you had like planned to head this way. I'm seeing it almost in like a red line. However, they're telling you and they're pointing over to another path with a blue line to follow that one instead, and it's going left ways more. I don't know if some of the, maybe the colors with red and blue versus like left versus right kind of will, maybe it's a bit more of a synchronicity there than, you'll resonate with it. I don't know why they're specifically showing me, I guess, the red versus blue versus the right versus left, but they're saying something about like the blue left path, okay? And more about recharting it, even though technically in the end, both of those paths do get to the same place. It's just that the path on the right with the red line, it goes in a lot more of a crooked, slower way, okay? Whereas the blue line on the left is more of a straightforward path. Well, there's still a bit meandering, but okay. So they're saying take the more realistic path and take the more direct path. And you'll find what you're looking for, and you'll get there with a lot less of that Nine of Wands reverse tediousness than the one that you have been on, okay? And they're saying, and I think this is why you were drawn to spiritual growth as your pile leader, pile one, that a lot of this process, the reason why this occurred is because it was a time of spiritual growth, especially I'm hearing in the areas of, they're saying adjusting expectations. And once again, I hope you don't hear that and you go, uh-oh, I'm not going to get the thing that I'm looking for. I'm not going to get to that goal. They're not saying that. It's just that they're saying they want you to know, it's really odd. They're saying adjust expectations with finesse, or being able to steer a ship around or a different direction faster than you used to. It's something along those lines as to why this whole process played out the way that it has. But just be reassured in the end, there's a new beginning here. You will get to that goal if you take this advice into account, okay? Because your guardian angel wants what's best for you. So they're saying just go in that direction, okay? And you'll find what you're looking for. So that was your message today from your guardian angel. That's all I'm hearing at this point. So I hope, number one, that you liked it. Of course, two, that it resonated and that it helped you, number one. That's my main goal with readings, right? And if so, please like, please comment, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And thank you so much if you choose to do any one of those three things, if not more, at the end of your reading as it draws to a close here. And as we say in our tradition on the channel, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day or your night, pile one, and I hope to see you again in the woods someday soon. Goodbye. Hello there, pile two. Welcome to your guardian angel message today. And of course, as you recall, you were drawn to the angel of opportunity and change. So we'll set that very beautiful card over here to the left. And we're going to begin actually asking your angel with the first tarot spread, what context is this message all about? What areas of your life does their message pertain to? So angel, guardian angel specifically of pile two today. Could you tell me about more it is that you want to reach out to them about? Thank you. In a way that they'll resonate, they'll recognize. Thank you. Okay, first up to bat, we have the King of Pentacles. most of the time that is related to either career, finances, or security or resources in some way. But let's see what the other cards say before I pin that down for sure. Sometimes it gives extra context. We have, the Ten of Swords. Maybe recently you had a sense of being completely done with something related to career, finances, etc., or your stability and resources. Or sometimes the Ten of Swords can actually also mean that we feel betrayed in some way. It's the end of cycles. It's the end of a certain way of thinking, too, especially with the association of swords in tarot with air, meaning, the mind. So ending a mental cycle of some sort. And, obviously you can see by the way that the Ten of Swords is depicted here in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, someone's completely done with something. They've been completely expended to the point of their energy, and they have almost nothing left for a certain situation. Okay, so I don't know, Pile 2, if you feel kind of betrayed in some way recently, or you have felt, I should say, or if you feel just completely done with something, that's kind of that energy of the Ten of Swords. And then we have the Star. Okay, that's a good sign, though. Talk about that in 1 second, because I want to see what the last one is before I say. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so your guardian angel today is saying this message is about, yes, on the one hand, I think recently, Pile 2, you have been feeling quite tired or done with something regarding career, finances, stability, home life, security, something around those lines, right? Especially because the King of Pentacles tends to represent the mastery of those things or manifestation of those things outside of ourselves. So your ability to control finances, career, etc., those things, okay? Maybe you were even kind of stabbed in the back with that betrayal. Maybe you were let go from a job and it felt like a complete betrayal, or you lost money and it felt like a complete betrayal in some way, or you've been trying to get to some sort of goal related to earthly things, and it's not working out to the point of you feel as if you've been stabbed in the back in terms of your hope for it. And I say hope specifically because you have the Star, and the Star in tarot is all about having hope or faith for something. It's the light after the dark night of the soul. And actually, it's kind of funny that I mentioned that, because I often interpret these two cards. Obviously, they're not sequential in terms of where they're laid out in the major versus the minor arcana, right? But the Ten of Swords is often a dark night of the soul type of moment. And the Star right after it is, okay, here's the dawn after the night. So your guardian angel basically is saying, Pile 2, there's a dawn coming after this time of struggle. They're sending you this message because they want to reinvigorate your hope or your faith for something. And specifically the Four of Pentacles. Funnily enough, we have resources, material things, career pop up again with the Pentacles at the end and the beginning. And the Four of Pentacles tends to mean reserving something, or being able to save money, or being able to hold on to something. Okay, so let's keep going. We'll see what the other cards say. And speaking of your pile leader, I forgot to mention, although you know this because you picked it right, that is the Angel of Opportunity and Change. So I wonder if maybe this thing that they're going to tell you about that will help reinvigorate your hope or your faith in this whole situation is an opportunity of some sort to save money or hold on to something, but we'll see what the other cards say. So let's look at your Healing Spirits Oracle first. Oh, well, that was quite straightforward. Thank you, Angel. We have, it isn't about being right. It's about doing the right thing. Very beautiful energy with this card. Lots of red and purple, being connected both to the earthly side of things, that red, like the root chakra, right, being grounded. But we also have that spiritual connection with a lot of the blue, like throat chakra, purple, third eye, white, crown chakra, etc. Connecting our material purpose with our spiritual purpose. And as the message says, it's not about being right. It's about doing the right thing. I almost wonder, for some of you, not all of you might resonate with this, but for some of you, if this betrayal was you tried to do the right thing, as in maybe at a job, like you said, well, this thing is unethical, or you said, hey, wait a minute, we shouldn't do this, or something along those lines. I'm hearing, Pile 2, that you tried to do the right thing, and you got punished for it. Hence, maybe that sense of betrayal with the Ten of Swords, if you feel resonant with that. And so, if that applies to you, what your guardian angel is saying here is they're commending you for having done the right thing. Okay? They're commending you for having stood up and said, wait a minute, that isn't the right thing to do. We need to do it this way. Or, in general, I think recently you have been standing up for your principles more. And so your guardian angel has been commending that with this reading because of that card popping out. And it's also a reminder, too, in terms of advice here. In the near future, it's about doing the right thing, not being right. And so I almost wonder if part of this message of hope is that finally someone will do the right thing by you. Maybe they'll admit that they were wrong. Okay, they'll admit, hey, it's not about being right. It's about doing the right thing by you after you felt betrayed in some way. But we'll see with more context with your tarot cards what pops up. Like your main tarot spread, I should say. So let's draw those. Guardian angel of pile 2. What's going on here? Tell us a bit more about the future with this hope thing. What do you want to say to inspire hope? We have, ooh, beautiful, the sun. The sun, my friends, is a card of joy and happiness and truth being shed upon things, just like we shed light on things, literally, in terms of the phrase we use in English, right? A truth will come out. Pile 2, I'm hearing. That is, of course, one of the messages of the sun, as I just said. But I also am seeing happiness coming for you in this situation. So, let's see why. We have the King of Wands. Now, this might be a person in the situation, pile 2. I forgot to mention that for the King of Pentacles as well. So the King of Pentacles might have been someone in the situation where you felt betrayed, where they were someone who had power in a situation regarding money or career, resources, etc. And like they possibly were the one that betrayed you in some way or made you feel as if they weren't doing the right thing. Sometimes I might even see the King of Pentacles as like a whole representation of an organization in general with work. And sometimes it is an older masculine figure that is an earth sign. So you might resonate with that too. Now, the King of Wands, very similar, except turn that energy to fire instead of earth. So a King of Wands is older, masculine energy most of the time, a fire sign, or somebody who comes off as very mature and is charismatic, is confident, etc. It's very possible that for some of you, some of the help coming along is related to this fire sign person, masculine energy. So keep an eye out for that. You might already recognize who they are, or if you don't, it's likely that they'll come along. And I think too, for some of you, this might be some advice in terms of your guardian angel is basically saying to you, hold your head up high, carry the confidence of the King of Wands, because they're saying you did the right thing, pile 2, is what I'm hearing. You know, hence the Healing Spirits Oracle card. We talked about doing the right thing. Why should you have to hang your head in shame for having done the right thing? I'm hearing, okay? Let's keep going. And then we have the Six of Pentacles reversed, okay? I think that also represents maybe some of the unfairness. That's a main keyword I see with the Six of Pentacles a lot. Reversed. An unfairness of some sort. Not equal distribution of resources. I think maybe that's part of why you felt betrayed in some way, is like, I don't know, maybe someone wasn't paying you what they were supposed to, or they weren't being fair to you with resources or work, something along those lines, or they were favoring one person or one side of things too much over the other. It's kind of what we see there with that imbalance of the Six of Pentacles reversed, and especially being the middle card, which I read as the Heart of the Matter card, kind of an overarching theme of this. I think that's like the main thing that probably bothered you about what happened, other than obviously feeling like betrayed in some way, but let's keep going. We have the Fool. You have a new beginning coming. That's actually kind of a common theme today. Pile 1 had the Fool come out as well. I think that's part of what the Guardian Angel is saying in terms of your hope for the future, is that there's a new beginning, a new dawn, just like the Star is after, say, the Tower, or after, say, what you got, the Ten of Swords, okay? There's a new dawn coming in terms of finally we can move past this chapter of sorrow and struggle, and we're moving towards something a lot more prosperous, hence the opportunity of the angel that you chose today, okay? And I wonder, because I find it interesting that we had the sun here earlier, right? And then in this particular Fool card, there's a sun almost rising beyond the clouds. And I tend to read this as the near future card a lot, this one. So I think you're pretty much close to the cusp or precipice of this new beginning, pile 2. So I would look at that in the near future. Of course, we'll ask some more questions, but let's grab your main final card. We have the Ten of Cups reversed. Okay, so that sometimes can mean... it can represent a lack of happily ever after. It can mean emotional disharmony between you and someone else in the situation. Next to the Fool with the Ten of Cups reversed, I mean, I see that sometimes too as a sign that there's a new beginning regarding letting go of an old relationship. Okay. I know we've been talking a lot about career and like resources and finances so far, so it could be like cutting ties with a business partner in some way here in the near future, but then that does lead to like a new beginning with the Fool, okay? It might not, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partnership here with the Ten of Cups reversed, although, I mean, that's like the traditional interpretation of it, but based on all the cards you have so far, I'm like, I don't know, this kind of feels more like this might be a business partnership for a lot of you. So a lot of you, it could be cutting ties with a company. It could be cutting ties with, as I said, a business partner in some way. I will ask some extra questions though, as I promised, because I'm very curious. I want to ask this angel, what's the truth that comes out? First, we'll ask some other ones too. Angel of pile 2, what's the truth that comes out with the Sun? The truth that comes out is about something did not stop and was poorly planned for. The truth is about a cycle that was supposed to end did not, hence the world reversed. And something was not planned for in the way that it was supposed to be, hence the Two of Wands reversed. Okay, now take that as that resonates for your situation, pile 2. In fact, maybe that's kind of the wrong that you were trying to right here. Is that you were trying to say to people, hey, wait a minute, we can't end this. Hey, wait a minute, we didn't plan enough for this. This hasn't been organized or prepared for to the utmost, and maybe people just didn't listen to you. Okay, that's the truth that's going to come out, especially for those of you resonating with that, all right? And then I do also want to ask as well more about the new chapter and the new beginning here. Especially that Ten of Cups reversed. Guardian Angel of pile 2, could you tell me more about the new beginning, please? What's this new beginning leading to for pile 2? We have, let's see, okay, a new beginning of overcoming pain in some way, of illusions breaking, which is probably quite related to the truth that comes out, okay? Illusions break, pain is over with. Because the moon reverse is all about, oh, okay, something was kind of obscure before, now it's very clear. And then we have a new beginning in terms of manifesting what you're desiring. Beautiful. We have the Magician pile 2. Great card to get for a new beginning, okay? I will say this. You might have lost the battle with what happened before, but you're winning the war in terms of who comes out best on top in the end, okay? Because, I mean... your pain ends, the truth comes out, you're manifesting very successfully there with the Magician, okay? But I will ask, too, a little bit more about this Ten of Cups reversed, because I'm just curious about the relationship or happily ever after thing, because I just want to know. So, Guardian Angel, what do you mean for pile 2 in terms of the Ten of Cups reversed? Thank you. Sometimes the Ten of Cups reversed can mean having to redefine what happily ever after looks to us, so that might pop out. We'll see. We have the King of Swords reversed. Could be a person. Okay, yep, the Seven of Cups. I think pile 2, you're being encouraged. That's exactly what I was saying before. Sometimes the Ten of Cups reversed to me is redefining our happily ever after. You're being encouraged to... you might have thought you knew what you wanted as happily ever after before this hardship occurred. However, your guardian angel is saying that you're currently being invited to redefine that happily ever after and what that means to you, because the King of Swords reversed, yes, it can be a person, but I'm feeling in this specific situation it's more about your own mental state with this, the way that you're thinking about something. And King of Swords reversed next to Seven of Cups in that situation would mean needing to completely redefine how we think about our dreams, especially when it comes to the way that we externally manifest them. Because Seven of Cups is a card of deliberation, is a card of deciding, what do I really want? That's a really good phrase to use just to summarize it in one sentence. What do I really, really, truly desire? Do I desire victory? Do I desire riches? Do I desire esteem and respect? Do I desire doing good? Do I desire, it can be so many different things. Pile 2. So you're being encouraged as you go forward. There's a new beginning coming and you're going to be successful at it. But your guardian angel is saying what this really is about here is, as I said, an opportunity to look at what do you really yearn for in life? And how do you define that in terms of your planning too? Because that's another thing too. King of Swords reversed can mean there needs to be a little bit more planning done for something, especially when it comes to external manifesting of our goals. You're going to get there. You get a magician. That's a really great thing. But just as a nudge of advice, they're saying to do that. Okay? And to keep doing the right thing no matter what. Because the truth will come out. That I think, like I said, pile 2, I'm pretty sure you already did want to do the right thing and you might have got punished for it. Keep doing the right thing because the truth will come forward and the illusions will drop and people will be like, oh, pile 2 was right. Okay. So. I do want to ask just one final question too. Guardian Angel on the 4 of Pentacles about reserving or being able to hold something or save something. What do you mean by that? Being able to hold, preserve, or save something. Breaking tradition. And internal security with finances and career. For those of you fearing a lack of stability because of everything that's happened, or like after this new beginning, like you fear, well, I could do this new thing, but it might not be as stable as the old thing, even though the old thing did make me feel bad because there was a hardship there, obviously. Your guardian angel is saying you'll be able to preserve your security when you do something new, because the Hierophant reverse is often about breaking tradition or breaking the way that things have always been done. Okay, and a lot of you, it actually might be related to going it on your own, because the Hierophant reverse can also represent following our own authority rather than the authority, especially spiritually speaking, of those outside of ourselves. So I don't know, some of you that might resonate with maybe going a self-employment route. That's kind of how I would see that sometimes, especially with the Hierophant reversed. And for those of you maybe have been asking for direction from angels or spirit guides in general, whoever you've wanted to connect with most, so obviously this is an angel reading, right? That can be actually a bit of a nudge in terms of what they're telling you to do, is maybe try doing something, going on your own that way. Because you know that you're going to be able to, and that's the beauty of being self-employed, pile too, is knowing that you have the control over making sure that you can do the right thing. Where sometimes when you're at a company, other people override you a bit. So if you're resonating with that, and you're like, man, I would love to do that. I'd love to work for myself where I can control the ethics of everything and making sure things are done right and in the best way. That might be a nudge here from your guardian angel saying, I would look into that a little bit more. Maybe consider that a little bit more. Okay? But in general, you do have a bright future here, pile 2. And just to summarize, as we said, the 10 of Swords with the star right afterwards, your guardian angel mainly wants to reassure you today that there is hope after this dark time with what happened, okay? Things will get better. Just keep that in mind. So, that was your reading today from your guardian angel, your message. I hope, number 1, it helped you. That's my main goal with these readings, but also that you liked it and it resonated. If so, please like, please comment, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and thank you so much if you choose to do any one of those 3 things, if not more than one today after your reading draws here to a conclusion. And as we say in our tradition on Lone Pine Tarot, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day or your night, pile 2. And I hope to see you again in the woods someday soon. Bye. Hello there, pile number 3. Welcome to your guardian angel message for today. And of course, as you recall, you were drawn to the Divine Timing Angel. So we'll put this beautiful card over here, and let's start with some initial tarot cards to get more of a glimpse into the context of this message. Like, why is this angel reaching out to you today? What is the topic, so to speak, okay? So calling on your guardian angel, pile 3's guardian angel. Can you tell me a little bit more about what it is you want them to know today, or what you're reaching out for? Thank you. Okay, I'm drawn to this one first. We have the Knight of Pentacles. often is a card of taking action towards stability, towards finances, actions taken in career, or in general, a process that has been kind of slow and steady. Not quick, not super dead stop still, but could be for some of you a little bit slower than you have been wanting it to be, or some of you it could also be a process that maybe you have wanted it to be a little bit more slow and steady. Let's look at what the other cards say. It'll give us some more context, of course, but we have then the High Priestess, which is about secrets and mysteries, and of course our intuition, number 1. Something that we're feeling about this process, or a secret that they want you to know about this process. We'll keep going. Then we have the Five of Swords, conflict in some way, verbal sparring, arguments, and then last but not least we have the Ace of Swords is wonderful, a breakthrough or a new idea that helps you. Okay, so pile 3, what I'm hearing based on these cards is your guardian angel is reaching out to you today about some sort of situation that's been going on or recently occurred where you have been trying to make progress on something. Slow and steady, at least. Often for most of you, it'll be about career, finances, stability, etc. Because, as I said, everything I mentioned before about the Knight of Pentacles, right? However, you've been running into conflict, hence that Five of Swords. Maybe there's even been verbal arguments about it. It would not shock me because swords energy in tarot is air, which is all about, throat chakra energy, kind of people verbally sparring about things, saying things. But in general, the Five of Swords can also just mean harsh conflict, if not literally verbal. But your guardian angel is saying there's something you don't know yet. You might have gotten an inkling, because oftentimes the High Priestess is about our intuition, right? It's about, we're kind of maybe getting a sense of something. However, she also represents, as I said, secrets and mysteries. So I think your guardian angel wants to tell you there's something here you're not seeing about this process that you've been having conflicts with, or there have been conflicts in, where there's going to be a breakthrough or an idea soon. In fact, it might even be literally this reading is what gives you the breakthrough or idea. We'll see what the other cards say, but I am kind of excited here. I don't know. I love when the High Priestess comes out because, I don't know, she's always mysterious. She always kind of says there's something here that's a bit of a hidden element. So, oopsie, didn't mean to knock the table there. Let's draw your Healing Spirits Oracle next. Okay, Guardian Angel, what else do you want to say to pile 3 about this? This is a fun reading today. Okay, this one is most prominent. We have, pile 2 got this today. Must be a communal theme. We have, it isn't about being right. It's about doing the right thing. Number 36. Lots of beautiful red, purple, blue, and white energy in that card. It's about connecting our spiritual purpose with our physical actions. Hence, Knight of Pentacles is a lot about physical actions too. I wonder, pile 3, if the arguments have been, or the conflicts have been a lot about whether to do something like faster or slower, or like, I don't know if someone in the situation maybe has wanted to cut corners, or possibly they wanted to do something that wasn't to the utmost of their ability, or they wanted to do it to let's just get it done rather than getting it done the right way. I say that because of this Healing Spirits Oracle that popped out, because, as it says, it's not about being right, it's about doing the right thing. Or 2, it's possible that a lot of the focus in these struggles and conflicts that you've been going through has been about people always wanting to be right. Oftentimes that's what conflicts and verbal arguments are about, right? Is, I'm right, no, my way or the highway. People can kind of spar. And your angel is saying, in this situation, the best way forward, some advice here, I suppose, as well, is to go forward with the idea of, okay, it doesn't matter who is right. You probably already know that, pile 3, but they're just reminding you. It doesn't matter who is right. What matters is making sure that things are done the right way. Okay? And they're saying, I'm hearing, be stubborn about doing things the right way. Be very stubborn, because it matters. Okay, that's another element of the Knight of Pentacles, is somebody who is stubborn in a good way, especially when it comes to taking actions. Let's see what your main tarot cards say. They might elaborate more on the conflicts and, of course, the secrets and the breakthroughs and stuff, too. So we'll grab your main tarot deck, the Ethereal Visions, today. Okay, Guardian Angel. What else do you want to say about this situation for pile 3? Thank you. Oh, that was quite fast. It came flying out on my arm. We have the Queen of Swords reversed as your first card. That might represent someone in the situation that has been causing this conflict, pile 3. The Queen of Swords reversed is a person, tends to be somebody who is likely feminine, likely air sign. And even if they don't necessarily match those descriptors, they can be someone who is not either coming through clearly enough in the way that they speak, because a lot of the Queen energy is about internal energy rather than outside. But sometimes the Queen of Swords reversed too can mean they're kind of ruthless, they're kind of cold, maybe they're a little sharp in the way that they speak. They're not always necessarily the nicest in the way that they put things. So no wonder why there's maybe some conflicts that have been created, right? But let's keep going. We'll look at the other cards. We have, look at that Knight of Pentacles again, and I think that does represent you, pile 3, because this has come up twice now. I think you're the Knight of Pentacles. You might be an earth sign, but even if not, you're the one I think that's wanted to take the slow and steady race. Like, let's not cut corners. Let's do this the right way. And I think that might have caused conflict with this other person, or it could be even more than one person represented by the Queen of Swords reversed too. Okay. And it's funny that you were actually drawn to divine timing. I haven't even talked about that yet as your pile leader angel card, because I think that's really a main part of everything that's going on is about the timing of things. Maybe even the arguments have been about when do we actually launch something or when do we actually do something. Okay. And I'm hearing, pile 3, that you're the one that is following divine timing. You're the one, I think, kind of guiding this in a spiritual way, because that's another thing the High Priestess can be, is a spiritual leader. Especially feminine energy, right? But let's keep going. Yes, the Three of Cups. It's a group of people, most likely, or social event, too. It's related to a social event or related to a social group in some way. Yeah, it might be a whole group that's fighting here, pile 3. Look at that, you know. 5 of Swords, people bashing heads, and then we have 3 of Cups is literally, you know, as I said, social related things. A group of people. It's like they're all facing in different directions, too. Maybe everyone's arguing about where they want to take this. And then we have the 6 of Swords. I wonder if that's part of the breakthrough. Let's look at the last card before I expand on that. I just want to see. Then you have the Ace of Wands reversed, which can be in burnout. Burnout and lacking inspiration. Let me tap in for a second here, pile 3. 1 second. Because we're having the group conflicts. People want to go at different paces. They're arguing. Oh, you know what it is, pile 3? Curveball. You might think this is kind of weird. But I think you're being encouraged to leave the situation. But not necessarily giving or letting on to other people that you're leaving. A lot of you, this might actually be related to a workplace. Like, a lot of times, of course, when you're leaving a workplace, like, you know, people will maybe interview for other jobs before they leave completely. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, you kind of keep it hush-hush because you just, you know, that's just how it works sometimes. Sometimes, you know, you'll interview for other jobs when you're looking for your next job before you leave the previous job. So for some of you, that might resonate. Because the 6 of Swords is often a card about moving on to greener pastures or to better places or safer places. That's another way to put that. And the Ace of Wands reversed, like I said, is often about burnout. It's about lacking inspiration, feeling like I'm not really invigorated or feeling enthusiastic about something new specifically. It could be a lot of you are not really even happy where the direction of this workplace or this social group or this group of people is going. Kind of like, man, I just want to leave this behind. I want to go. And I'm hearing, hence the secretiveness too of the High Priestess, is maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea to consider moving forward without necessarily telling everyone. And I think that's related to this breakthrough, pile 3. I think that's what the breakthrough really is you literally just saying, okay, I'm going to go in a new direction, new idea now. Okay. Let me ask though, just to be sure, we'll get some clarifying cards here. Guardian Angel of pile 3. Oh, they're saying because they want they want to protect you, which, I mean, obviously they do no matter what because they're a guardian angel pile 3, but they're saying they're encouraging you to potentially leave because they think you'd be better protected that way from the strife and struggle that you've been going through. So guardian angel of pile 3, can you tell me more about the secret here? Is it more about like pile 3 being secretive before they leave or while they leave, or is it more there's like another secret at hand here that you want them to know? Thank you. The 5 of Pentacles, hardship with money. With the past, 6 of Cups. Let me draw one more. And the Chariot reversed. Okay, so pile 3, they're saying the secret is... It's not so much about you. I mean, I would still apply that where I said if you're considering leaving, doing it more in a secretive way. But they're saying there's also a secret here in the situation that you don't know yet. Well, I guess you will now because I'm telling you, right, where your guardian angel is. But there are more financial hardships from the past and lack of progress than you have been told. Okay? Because the 5 of Pentacles is literally financial hardship, right? Especially upright. 6 of Cups is usually about the past or past influences coming in. And the Chariot reversed is often about lack of progress or lack of control over a situation. Especially if this is a workplace that's been kind of going downhill, pile 3, I almost wonder if there's more struggles going on financially and like with the control over the direction of the company than you have been told. And so therefore the guardian angel might be telling you that, I mean, obviously you probably want to leave already in the first place, but you might also want to consider leaving just in case that does cause issues with like the stability of the job there. Okay, I'm not saying necessarily that it's a complete, oh, you're going to get let go or, oh, you're going to get fired or like, there's no tower card. There's no complete disaster, but I don't think that there necessarily is a better future there after this, I guess is what I'm hearing. Because of these struggles with finances and because of this lack of control with the Chariot reversed, okay? You know, and it's interesting with the 6 of Cups, because like I said, that's usually past influence energy. I almost wonder... I don't know if there's like, for a lot of you, if this is job related, career related, I don't know if it's like a family business or I don't know if it's like their siblings that work there. There's some sort of struggle there with the siblings, if that applies to you or resonates with the situation for you. Because 6 of Cups can often be family and like sibling related stuff. I almost wonder if they've also been vying for control or fighting for control. Anyway, something along those lines. No matter what, though, in the end, I think your guardian angel is telling you that this might not be the best place for you anyways. And that's kind of the secret is why, is because behind the scenes, things maybe aren't as under control as they look. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I do also just want to ask more about the breakthrough or the new idea with the Ace of Swords. So thank you, guardian angel. That's quite a protective message that you gave pile 3. Just to be like, hey, wait a minute, there's something here that's kind of more iffy than pile 3 knew. Even though you might have seen it already on the surface. But let's keep going. Anyways, guardian angel, what is the breakthrough or new idea that you're kind of encouraging them towards? Is it literally leaving? Is it something else? Starting and planting new seeds. New ideas being planted. 7 of Wands reversed is not having to defend yourself so much anymore. I don't know if people attack you a lot, pile 3. I mean, we had, obviously, 5 of Swords is literally like people bashing heads, right? But a 7 of Wands is literally like a place where, when it's reversed, it's a place where you don't have to defend yourself so much anymore. And then the Magician reversed is there's some imbalance here in terms of you manifesting what you're desiring or what you're trying to bring together based on the resources or not having enough resources to do something or manifest something. They're saying, I think a lot of you it is doing something new or leaving because they're saying to plant new seeds with that 7 of Pentacles here. Plant new seeds with your new ideas where you feel as if you won't have to defend yourself as much anymore and where you feel like you actually can attain the resources that you need to manifest the goals that you're desiring to achieve, okay? I'm hearing that as well. And then I do want to ask more about the divine timing thing. Because like I said earlier, pile 3, I think that is your guardian angel saying that you are the one that is correct in terms of the timing on this. I think you're the one that's trying not to cut corners. You're the one that's trying to do everything right here. But divine timing typically means something happening for the purposes of spiritual growth or because of the way that it was supposed to, hence divine timing. So I'm going to ask more about that. Guardian angel, what do you mean by divine timing for pile 3 with this? Knight of Cups reversed, the Fool reversed, and the Empress. Okay, so they're saying divine timing. There's something here about being wary of risks with creating things. Being wary of risks when you create things, especially new things, hence the Fool energy. Nurturing things. And the Knight of Cups reversed is typically someone that has been overly idealistic or romanticizing something, especially when it comes to taking action. Oh, you know what it is? Pile 3. Okay, hear me out. Sometimes in life, things are up to divine timing. Okay? Sometimes in life, though, because we have free will and we can change the outcomes of things for the most part, divine timing is not so much in terms of it was meant to be at the time it was meant to be outside of our control. Sometimes divine timing is literally it's in your control to decide the timing. And I'm hearing here, because of that Knight of Cups reverse, that what you're seeking or what you're looking for, especially too, if you're looking for a sign to leave this place or to move beyond these problems, your guardian angel is saying that is within your own hands. Okay, because a Knight of Cups too is also, I mean, literally he's like a knight on a white horse. Like, you know, we think of a knight on a white horse as like, oh, someone's going to come rescue me, a white knight, right? They're saying here you're your own rescuer from this situation. Okay. I think some of it has been you fearing taking a risk, hence that Fool reversed energy, which is totally understandable when we do anything new or we move to someplace new or away from a certain group or workplace, right? But they're saying here with the Empress that you have a lot more creative power than you're expecting. Okay? And you know here, with this situation, with these conflicts, that it is not a fertile place for you to plant your ideas or to have the things that you want to grow. Okay? So they're saying the divine timing in this situation is actually now up to you. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to. Okay? It's not, you know, the guardian angel's never going to tell you like, oh, you better do that or else, right? It's more along the lines here, pile 3, of their, for your own protection and for your own encouragement, so that your ideas, which are good, hence you didn't get that Ace of Swords upright first earlier, remember that. It's usually a good idea when it's upright. They want you to have a place for your good ideas to have the opportunity to grow. And they're saying right here where you are with this place that has been having these conflicts is not the best garden soil to plant those things, okay? So that's why they're encouraging you and they're protecting you in this way, because they're like, this place is a little bit off the rails, okay? We have the Chariot reverse is literally like, okay, we're off the rails right here. There's financial struggles too. Remember that 5 of Pentacles earlier as well. Okay, and it might be better for you to take that boat, like the 6 of Swords, because I think you're already kind of burnt out. I think you're already kind of unenthused about this, pile 3, and that is kind of a sign from your own intuition. Remember, the High Priestess is about your intuition. She's all about, hey, follow your intuition. Your gut's been telling you something. And I think your gut has been already telling you, pile 3, that this is maybe not the happiest place for your ideas and for yourself. Because, especially if you've been finding burnout, especially if you've been finding yourself not inspired anymore, okay? That's your intuition telling you, hey, wait a minute, there's something here that's not aligned with what I want to seek or what is good for me. And so your guardian angel is kind of taking this reading and they're kind of, let's orient you in this direction instead. It's up to you. It's your divine timing. You choose. Okay, you don't have to do it quickly. The Knight of Pentacles, as I said at the very beginning, is a slow and steady wins the race. And you got that twice. You got both Knight of Pentacles from both decks. But you might want to consider that new direction, okay? That's what your guardian angel wants to tell you today. So that was your message from your guardian angel. I hope, number one, it helped you. That's my main goal with these readings, right? But also that you liked it and that it resonated with your situation. And if so, please like, please comment, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And thank you so much if you choose to do any one of those 3 things, if not more than one, as your reading comes to a close here. And as we say in our tradition on Lone Pine Tarot, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day or your night, Pile 3. And I hope to see you again in the woods someday soon. Bye, Pile 3.